All right, guys. So we'll be discussing about the AI agents in the hospitality. We've seen, and you might have heard about, how the AI has evolved in the recent years, and then now AI agents are kind of taking over the enterprises basically. People, companies started to implement. Even the individuals are implementing or using AI agents for their personal work or personal workflow automations, etc. Some of their automations. So AI agents can be used in hospitality. We have a lot of repetitive tasks for which we can use AI agents, even for them, like guest facing, guest relations related tasks. AI agents can be used for those tasks as well. Now, AI agents basically you can decide if you want to build a fully autonomous AI agent or have a human in the loop, basically a semi-autonomous agent, and that AI agent for a specific task can basically learn, adapt from the data and the patterns it sees, and then it can perform the tasks which we as an user, when we are setting it up, we have prescribed in their system prompts when we were building AI agents. And basically, in this video, we will be talking about how AI agents can be implemented in hospitality, and what are the different tasks for which it can be used, and still not just limited to those tasks only, because it just depends on everyone, like what their requirement is and at what speed they want to implement the AI agents into their particular workflows, etc. within their hotels or short-term rentals, whichever setup they basically have, right? Now, so basically, how the software has evolved over the years. It started from a very generic horizontal, software as a service platform like Salesforce and others, which is used by multiple industries in multiple domains, right? And then we started seeing a vertical SaaS, right? Which is industry specific. Let's say for hotels, we started seeing PMSs, CRSs, CRMs, RMSs, specifically designed for the hotels. Then we started in recent years, we see a general AI, basically ChatGPT, which is generative AI and all. You start using it for the general task, and now with the evolving landscape of AI agents and what AI can do, we started seeing vertical AI, basically, where we have industry specific tools powered by AI, which are used by hotels or other industries in general, right? So that's basically how the software or the tech has evolved over the years. And now, actually, the at the pace which it is evolving now, it's just mind-boggling, right? Now, AI agents potential in hospitality, basically, we can have more personalized guest service, right? Because AI agents can handle the inquiries or requests at scale, right, as compared to human employees, because they can only do task, like one task at a time, right? But these AI agents can respond and take care of the task, multiple tasks at the same time, right? Then we have automated workflows. We have all repetitive tasks, right? Which is done every day, just the routine tasks. These can be automated with intelligence and some system prompts when we are designing the AI agents. It can also be used for business intelligence and various other tasks. So for business intelligence, like rather than gathering all these reports and data, and compiling them, and aggregating, and then trying to get the make sense of the data. Basically, these agents can build for you the reports and dashboards automatically. You can just set up the time, when, how, what type of reports and dashboards you need. Basically, it can design and give you the desired reporting and inside of out of it. There are other tasks for which the AI agents basically can be used, not just limited to these. It just depends on how what is your specific need, and how much you want to implement, and how far you want to go in terms of AI adoption, and how fast you want to go, right? And also, basically, the your own learning and domain knowledge about how to build those, or how it works, etc. What kind of accesses do you need to give to these agents to perform a certain task, right? So that's basically entirely depending on the hotel, what they want to do with the agents, and what they wanted to do. Now, the foundation for like AI success in your specific case would depend on not just the building AI agents, but basically uh, trying to understand the whole tech stack which you currently have, trying to understand how open it is for integration. Do they offer open APIs? Can the agents be connected with these different systems? Because if the AI agents does not have access to your data, your database, your systems, then basically it cannot give you the desired outcome, right? Because if you don't allow it and give the access to these agents of the systems which are having all your data, then it cannot give you any BI reports or automate tasks, etc., because they simply don't have data, right? So over the years, we have seen in hospitality in general, and other industries. In hospitality, I think specifically, we use a lot of different systems like PMSs, CRS, channel manager, RMS, I don't know, CRM, and all those systems are usually not talking to each other. They are basically there's this fragmentation issue, there's integration issue. Integrations are not easy, not fast, and not cheap. In some cases you have to pay a good amount of money. So when we are building this infrastructure, we need to see how these AI agents are going to have access to the data and the platforms, so that it can give you the desired outcome and output, rather than basically just building it and then realizing that because usually AI agents, there's this infrastructure, like you give it some kind of a system prompt, like your digital orders, like what you want it to do. Then it needs to have a data storage where it'll store the data, right? The systems it'll have access to, and what are the tools it can use, right, to perform certain tasks. So these are necessary when you're building the agents, to know exactly how you are going to make them work. Now, specialized agents basically for different specific domain-specific tasks. Let's say for booking management, like the booking management can be automated, right? We receive emails, let's say, into our email, like with booking details. Like these AI agents can be designed in a way that it can process those bookings into the PMS, again depending on how much access it has. Amend the date, cancel the bookings, take the bookings even with voice AI agents. If we build it, those can be used, and they work 24/7. They can take the calls even when reservation offices are closed, etc. We have AP identification, so these AI agents, once having access to your databases, they would know which are the profiles of the repetitive guests, and which are the who is the VIP guest, and accordingly it can give an alert to the customer relationship manager or reception to arrange the amenities or upgrades or room allocation accordingly. Sales analysis, you can build an agent which can gives you commercial analytics dashboards platforms, right? So rather than you aggregating the data and making sense of all the data points, basically it pulls the reports, aggregates the data, generate the reports, and basically give it to you. So you save a lot of time, and then you can spend that time on strategic tasks. Content automation, from uploading content to reviews or overlook, and then it can overview all your reviews, run the semantic search or semantic analysis, and give you kind of an idea of, like, say, what are the positive and what are the negative reviews, and then areas for improvement, where and how you can improve on certain reviews, like certain areas basically which are marked as a negative or with low score in review scores, basically from different platforms, booking.com, TripAdvisor, Google, etc., right? And not just limited to this, it can be used for price automation, price intelligence, like shopping competitor rates. There are some interesting things basically I myself am building, so probably once that is ready, I'll share it with you guys. Now, broader AI application, it can be built for software development, right? For very small, simple applications, if you want to build, there are already no-code platforms. You can just write prompt and you can build those systems, simple web applications. Supply chain automation, for specifically for, let's say, F&B, to track the inventory, orders and all that stuff can be automated. So human can forget, but these agents won't forget, right? Place the order, looking at the inventory, what is left, and then accordingly they can send the orders to the procurement department automatically. Financial forecasting for revenue, by looking at, like, once they have the access to historical data, current business on books, running the predictive analytics, it can forecast for future and basically share those forecasts, and then you can have human in the loop who can review and see whether this makes sense, and then accordingly implement those those prices onto different channels. Fraud detection, cybersecurity related solutions can be built with AI, so that AI agent can sit on your network, and whenever it sees some suspicious activity, unauthorized access, it can basically notify you, so that you can take the necessary steps basically to work around it and avoid those cyber attacks. Employee training, so you can train an AI agent with all your hotel knowledge, SOPs, etc., for different departments. So whenever a new employee comes in, you can just give it access to this AI agent, so the employee can ask questions related to a hotel, and will be able to get an answer related to the hotel. So you do not need to train a new employee all the time, right? You would have this agent trained for once, and basically that saves you a lot of time, right? Every time training the new person on specific tasks, right? So it will have basic understanding from the AI agents, and then if you would have very specific trainings to be given, then that's where you can train them. But you can save a lot of time on the usual training stuff. Then comes basically the future of AI agents and agent first models. So we had this static software as a service era, right? which had limited automations, integration issues, challenges, etc. Now we are moving into AI power transition. Now even the current systems which are working and are in place, they are trying to adapt to implement or have AI powered systems, right? So they'll be opening up. We started seeing in some industries where we have MCPs, model context protocols, which is making kind of integration a bit easier. We hope to see the similar thing happen in hotels. Let's hope. When that happens, basically, then you can, as an user, you can build AI agents, right? You build these AI agents for your specific requirements, and then connect them with your PMS or whichever system you're using, because that's AI powered. It's open to connect with open APIs, etc., or MCPs, let's say. Then for you, like, you do not have this problem of like thinking about the integration issues, etc., because you can around your pain point, you can build a solution and then connect it with your system, right? Whichever you are using. So I think, hopefully gradually we'll move into the systems or the processes in terms of tech, which is easy to communicate with each other, right? So you do not have these fragmented solutions. You will have a very holistic picture of all of your operation, because the systems are connected. Those systems talk to each other and share with you the insight. So I think, and I hope this happens, because then you would have a better holistic picture of your business operations and commercial insights, rather than information in bits and pieces scattered into different systems. Then becomes the autonomous agents. Basically, you can just build the agents which can run with autonomy, right? You just write the business logic, the system prompts, etc., on about what the AI agent should do, which tools it'll have access to, etc., etc., and then you can just automate the task, and the agents will be performing those tasks. So you avoid having these issues of delayed response to a change of pricing, or other things. Like, it can act in real time, and perform the task which you would have prescribed. Redefined workflow. So basically, with all these changes, and what is happening, the workflow will be redefined, because it'll, like, how we work will change, basically, culturally and technologically. As you have the last thing here, saying from Jan Eric, adopting an agent first model is a seismic shift for organizations, not just technologically, but culturally as well. So that is what we'll be seeing, because the guest behavior is changing, and then we, as in hoteliers, need to adapt those changes, and work around it. So that's it for about AI agents. If you have questions, just comment down below, or I'll leave my email, so you can just write me an email in case you want to share some information or ask any question. Good day.